Hey guys, it's March 17th. This is Vulcan Wolverine or Kyle. And I just wanted to make a video, probably just a 15-minute video update. Don't really have anything really planned. But I've been getting a lot of vehicular stalking on the way to work, on the way home from work, V2K at work, and a lot of directed energy to the face and the jaw. But I did do something that really helped, and I kind of want to epilogue it after I say this. I have two Q-Wave defenders attached to my neck, and then I put one in a pocket over here on my shirt. And it's helped a lot of the pain to my face, in my head. The Q-Wave defenders help, and they put a shield around your body. The closer you can get them to the points where it's really hurting you, like your head, so the closer I can get them to my chest or upper body, the more strength they have, the more it's like the field is closer to your head. And I kind of want to prologue that by saying, my defenses, and I want to go ahead and show y'all behind me. I put a little copper mesh canopy over my upper body, where my upper body lies on my bed, if you can see it. And then there are a whole lot of Q-Wave plates right behind me. And you see how many of them there are. And I kind of cover them up with a blanket. If you can see it, I can kind of get it on tape better. There's the copper mesh, and then there's all the Q-Wave plates behind. If y'all can see that, there's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 right there. And then I'll bring my Sentinel upstairs when I sleep. And then there are about 5 other ones in my closet facing this way. They fall over really easily because I have them on the carpet, so I probably need to do something better with them. But I face them all inward because people around me, even if they are involved in the harassment, I don't think they have weapons, aimed at me, because I pointed the plates toward that wall and started hurting worse. So I'm pretty sure it's just remote stuff. To the townhouse. I've kind of come to that conclusion now. Now, what happens in the future if some people around me do eventually get their hands on these weapons, or they harass me or surveil me for a while and decide that they'll be involved? I don't know. So I guess I just wanted to give an update on that. With the Q-Wave stuff, I did want to do kind of a prologue about that. It does work. I'm telling you, I have 3 right across the chest. And I felt better today with the ringing, with the pain to my head and stuff like that. But I do want to kind of prologue it by saying, somebody commented, and I've thought about this a lot, because Q-Wave stuff is so expensive. $300 for a personal defender, $500 for a plate. It's financially unfeasible. If you just get one, you're probably not going to experience that much relief. You're going to get a buffer effect, but these people have, military directed energy weapons. So, it is financially unfeasible what I did. I've spent over $10,000 on defenses along the way for about $10,000 throughout about 4 years. Which a lot of people would say is insane. But a lot of target individuals, what I want to tell you is that my life is worth a lot to me. And the more energy I have to fight this and to live my life is priceless. So if something does work, and even if it just works a little bit, and I have to just pile it on me to get enough effect where even the most powerful directed energy beam can be buffered, it's worth it to me. So I want to explain that to y'all, that a lot of these things like Q-Wave or Q-Link or the plugs, actually the plugs are actually financially feasible. I would go ahead and say, get a bunch of plugs because you're going to get a lot of power out of them. They're only $50 a piece, and they do provide, buffering for your home at a not that bad of a financial hit to you. That's the only thing that I'd say that I've used that I'm like, wow, for the bang for its buck, it's definitely worth it. But I want to explain that about myself because I don't sell, like I'm not a salesman for Q-Wave, or I don't want to, sell people Altera whole house plugs. I don't work for them or anything like that. But I want to explain why these things, it's like my life is priceless. Videos that I can put out are great because I can get out a little bit of information. We can discourse it if I'm wrong. Plus, it's connected. Like I've, subscribed to so many other target individual testimonies on my channel. I'm connecting it to Facebook. To keep doing this is priceless. So I'll go ahead and do these things, like buy this stuff, this defensive stuff. I'll find the money to do it, because if I spend the money elsewhere and I just keep going and taking the pain, it makes my life a lot worse. So it's like, it's worth it. It hurts because I'm like, man, I could spend this money on a lot of other things and have fun. But when you're being tortured by, remote directed energy weapons, when you're being stalked, gang stalked, and stuff like that, to get myself out of that pain, I will spend a lot of money. I will do that because I don't know how long we're going to have to wait, till people start seeing this, till we start seeing change. I mean, we are seeing change right now. It's happening big time. I think the turning point has already happened, and now the pendulum is swinging down. Like, I'm not lying about that. Like, I see it. I see it in the target individual community. I see it in my attackers and all these gang stalkers. Lately, and by saying this on a video, my remote torturers are listening in, and it may increase, but I haven't seen any police stalking me. So that's gone away this whole week. It's just been trailers, people with trailers, one like cars, FedEx, taxi cabs and stuff like that. So I think that people wise up, because all these police are being tricked. It's making their job harder. And I was actually watching something on the internet today, just cops stopping people for just traffic tickets. They're just doing their job. And these people are freaked out. They feel harassed. They're like, what's your badge number, and give me your identification. And it's like all this targeted individual trash, and all this remote, torture. It's making policemen's jobs harder. It's making the military's job harder. Like, it's meant to cause chaos. I see it, and I can't deny it. Even if somebody like who's doing this to us says, well, it's more control and people are staying safer because we're keeping the peace. That is bullshit. It's bullshit. It's making police's job, the police force's job, harder, because it's a bunch of people who are not trusting them anymore. It's making us trust the military less. This program is meant to use those men who will take bad orders and do this and not think about how much harm it's going to do to people. It's meant to take them and use them against their own brothers. It's meant to take them and use them against the police force, because these places may be getting money or grants to use this equipment, or to patrol persons of interest or whatever. But in the long run, what it does is it just creates chaos and mistrust. And then you got the police the good guys, the good police who are just out there. They're giving traffic tickets and they're making sure people are safe. And I totally believe that there's so many more of them than corrupt people involved in this who know all the angles. I really do. And maybe y'all want to leave comments, but I do not believe the world is corrupt. I believe that, people with a lot of money up at the top are corrupt. They don't care about us. And then there are some people within agencies who are corrupt, who are willing to go along with this. Insofar as I feel that this is like a coup. This is like a coup. I guess you call it a coup. I don't know what you call it, but it's like trying to kind of take over from underneath. Give money to the people who are in kind of in the know. But it makes the regular police officers, regular military people, it dishonors them. It makes police officers' jobs harder. Because I'm just watching all this, and it's like people get stopped for traffic tickets, and they're like, I'm not rolling down my window, because there's so much, there's so much stuff in the news about police, like, being overly aggressive. But this is like, it's from both sides. It's creating chaos on both sides, the civilian side and the police side. So it makes these regular police officers and regular military men and women, it makes everything more chaotic and harder for them to just keep the peace. So this is a really big lie. The whole target individual thing, directed. I mean, not the whole gangstalking thing is real. I'm not saying target individuals are a lie, but the I think what's going around is that we're crazy. Target individuals are crazy. We need to be watched and surveilled. These microwave weapons need to be tested. So why not just test them on these people who are dangerous or whatever? But it's a huge lie. And I guess this is just common sense to us, but I just want to say it. Because I'm not somebody, like, even if a police officer pulls me over and it is part of my harassment or whatever, which I haven't had, I don't think, I'd still be very respectful to the officer. There are ways to fight this, and we have to be smart about it. We can't come off as crazy jerks. We can't go off and hurt anybody. It doesn't work. And there have been people, and it has, like, I guess, there's been bad situations that I don't agree with that, has added some awareness to our cause accidentally. But there are better, smarter ways to do it. So, I just definitely want to put my 2 cents in about that, and definitely leave a comment if you disagree with me about anything. I love discourse about this, especially with other target individuals. I don't know everything about this. I've been going through it for like 6 years that I know of, where I've been aware of it. Could have been going on a lot longer before that, me being surveilled or hurt, because I have Crohn's disease. I've had a lot of pain, from that. So it could have been the stuff where I was like ultimately aware of it started like 6 years ago. But I just wanted to kind of put my 2 cents in about that, I guess. That this is chaos on both sides, and it's meant to be that. Like, the people who really roll this out and really know all the angles, like in the DoD, I mean, they know that they'll probably be able to get some information about directed energy weapons, but they're using it to cause chaos in our society, to cause things to kind of collapse or become uncontrollable, to cause chaos in the civilian population and cause chaos and bother to police. And people might be tricked or deluded into thinking that, oh, well, it's giving money, it's giving money to these organizations or whatever, but in the long run, it hurts us. It's a failure. And so I guess I just wanted to kind of put my 2 cents in about that. Putting the copper mesh over like my upper body really helped, and I started that about 2 days ago. I found that during the day, triggers or things that I consider remote neural monitoring that are kind of pushed back and into my visual cortex or whatever, that was kind of it was reduced greatly by like 80%. So they must do a lot of stuff to us during the night. They must do a lot of subliminal stuff and really work on you during the night while you're asleep with the directed dreaming. And I guess that's pretty obvious to everybody too by now. But I think it's very important, to get some protection when you sleep. I think that's super important, and I'm gonna start doing it more. Kind of just I wanted to make a video just kind of giving an update about me. I went to work today, and You know, they were hitting me pretty hard. I still heard the V2K. You know, a little bit of ringing, not much. And I really